It's summer at the Change Course podcast, and if you've been a longtime listener, you'll know that summer means special episodes. I'm thrilled to be bringing you some of the best conversations that I had on my video series called Change the Conversation. Now, you're just going to hear the audio of these conversations, but if you wanted to check out the video, you can. It's easily accessible on our YouTube channel. So, for the summer, I hope you enjoy these short episodes that are focused on critical topics in change from change leaders who are just like you. And while we enjoy our summer and recharge our creative batteries, I hope that you'll join us for this series of special episodes. We look forward to seeing you back in the fall, and I hope that you have a great summer as well. I'm Natalia Loback, and this is the Change Course podcast. I've spent my career leading complex change and transformation in organizations. And over my career, I've discovered what makes complex, transformational change stick. Connected change is all about leading successful change within the context of the organization. And here at the Change Course podcast, we're all about making change sustainable. So listen in, drop us a like, a comment, and let us know how we can help you connect and change. This is Change the Conversation. I'm Natalia Loback, founder and principal of Chart House Advisory Services, and we're back for a bonus episode with Steph Marshall. Hi, Steph.
Hi, how are you?
So I'm good, and I'm glad you're back. There's one thing that we touched on that I wanted to make sure that our viewers had a chance to see us talk about. There's this perception out there. I mean, I deal with it every day. Change is hard. It's stressful, right?
Yes.
For people watching, I mean, drop a like or drop a comment and let us know if you agree. Is change stressful and hard?
Yes. And actually, I'm going to tell you a really quick story from a client of mine that just happened. It's where we caught something interesting. We were doing a one-on-one coaching session. And she said to me just casually, well, I'm really happy we just had this big success over here because next month is going to be so stressful. And I said, oh, why? Because really, she was on, we've been working together a while. She is on top of things, right? She's like, well, next month, there's all these changes happening and there's going to be a lot of work from that as well. I was like, so why is it going to be stressful? And she repeated what she just said. And I asked her, well, again, though, why is it going to be stressful? I understand that there's going to be a lot of decision making and there might be some new things to figure out and there will be many tasks to do. Why is it going to be stressful? And she was kind of stumped because she had just so deeply assumed that change is stressful that it was in her mind. So we started tearing it apart and saying, why exactly though? And she started assuming confusion. And I was like, but isn't that something you're going to get to decide on? Yes. And what actually we managed to do, we started to dig into everything that either felt confusing or uncertain. And a lot of times people mistake uncertainty for chaos. And it's like, no, there's no chaos. There's just uncertainty.
It's just uncertainty.
Yeah. And by the end of it, she had actually made some decisions ahead of time that was going to save her some time. So she started working on why is next month not going to be stressful? And it was just really neat to tear it apart that way.
It's really interesting. I think people fear change. I mean, naturally, we're as humans inclined to resist change, but when
it's the uncertainty, right? We don't like that.
We don't like uncertainty. And at the same time, when people are embarking on intentional change and transformation, fear and, exactly what you're talking about in terms of that, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be hard.
I'd love to ask, I've asked you this before. What if it was easy?
Exactly. What if it was easy? What if it didn't have to be hard? What if it could be interesting and you could learn from it and it could be exciting?
And
what's going to be fun about it?
Exactly. What is going to be fun about it?
Yeah, and you don't need to be all idealist, oh, nothing's going to be bad. But the power of our thoughts to change how we feel, that's a great way to bring more ease into the process.
I couldn't agree more. And, like I think for anyone who is struggling with managing and they really want to take, their own being to the next level, I encourage them to work with you. For those of you who are struggling with transformation, come check me out. My site has some really great resources, and I invite you to check out Connected Change. It's a new methodology that we're working on to really help make change a lot more interesting and fun, and working with people through that process, as opposed to having to be, sort of the person delivering the bad news. So I love that. And I want to end with that. What could be fun about it?
Yeah. Or just how could it be easy?
How could it be easy? Thank you so much for speaking with me, Steph.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, I invite you to like, share, rate, and subscribe because it helps others find us. Change Course is brought to you by Chart House Advisory Services and ConnectedChange.com. Our music is Levity by Emily Clausen. Show notes have moved. We're now at ConnectedChange.com. So visit us there under the Change Course podcast page, and you'll find a list of all the resources that I've mentioned here today. While you're visiting us, sign up for the Change Navigator newsletter. You'll keep on top of all things change, and every month we are sharing exclusive content and resources only with our subscribers. So don't miss out. Sign up at ConnectedChange.com. Thank you for listening, and remember, it's never too late to change course.